I'ma tell them one time. Me not like either got take for my pride. Lies them my parents from people them rise. Just wanna spread peace, don't wanna hurt nobody. Came here on a peace thing, so please don't worry. I do this one.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing good and are liking the new videos that I'm doing so far. So by the time you see this, I'm doing a segment, let's talk about it. So make sure you guys send your questions there so that I can answer them in a video, okay? So today we are here to talk about red flags. Now the red flags I'm going to be talking about is going to be obviously any red flag. It could be before the relationship, it could be in the relationship, it could be like, you know, it doesn't matter, because red flags can be started. Like the person could not have those red flags before you start the relationship, and then after you start a relationship, they're gonna start acting like that. So these red flags is for before and after a relationship, okay? So you need to pay attention. Whether you are looking for a relationship, whether you're looking for marriage, like you about to get into a marriage, like, you know, these red flags, you should avoid them. And if you are in a marriage and you're facing some of these red flags, you need to leave that man, okay? You need to catch the door, honey, okay? Red flag number one, honey, if he don't have no deen, okay? Lack of deen. He doesn't have no deen. He don't have no belief. Like, honey, he ain't going. You're not going nowhere with him, okay? Because when you're about to get married, you have to think about like what is going to be coming out of, like, it's like you planting a lemon tree, right? You want lemons to grow out of that tree. So if you get married, you know kids are gonna come out of that relationship. So when you're marrying somebody, you need to look. You need to legit look. What I want my kids to be acting like this, is this the qualities I want my kids to have? You need to look at it in that aspect. And if your partner don't have no deen, he doesn't have a religion that he believes in, he doesn't believe in Allah, like he doesn't put Allah above anything else, then I'm sorry, what are your kids gonna learn? Like, what you want heaven for your kids, you want heaven for yourself. So the way that person is, it rubs off on you. So if that person don't have deen, and I know there's some people that will marry somebody that is, I mean, it is allowed for a man to marry a girl that is Christian, but it's not allowed for us girls to marry a man that is Christian, because a man is viewed as the head of the household. So he's the one that carries the family name and all of that stuff. The same way, like, you know, I wouldn't want that from, I don't want to marry no Christian guy, because I want my kids to be raised Islamically. So let me not blab onto these points so much so that, you know, it won't be a long video, but you get the gist, okay? You want a foundation for your kids, and that starts with deen, okay? And these are not in any particular order or anything. I just wrote them down from the top of my head and, like, you know, to some things that I've seen. The second one I have here is like looks. Looks can be a red flag, okay? Because when you see somebody, I mean, looks doesn't matter as to when you're looking for somebody, because like you see me right now, I have a hijab on. You don't know how I am on the inside. You don't know how I am as a person. All you see is me in a hijab and you automatically think I'm good. Wrong. And you see or a brother with a beard, okay? Like, that doesn't mean he's on his deen. That doesn't mean he's, like, you know, like religious, or he's good, or he have manners, or he have good personality, or he have good, like, you know, whatchamacallit, like, he cares. Like, it doesn't mean he's a good person. Like, he doesn't have, like, you know, I mean, it doesn't mean that he's a good person from the inside, okay? That's only appearance. By looks, I mean appearance, like how you see them, okay? So my hijab don't say nothing. I mean, all it says is that I'm a Muslim, basically. That doesn't mean if I'm a good Muslim or a bad Muslim. Because somebody have a beard doesn't mean they're good Muslim, good, or it doesn't tell you that I'm going to be a good wife, or it doesn't tell you that man or brother, whatever, is going to be a good husband. So don't rely on that looks. That's red flag number one. Don't rely on looks, okay? Number 3 that I have here, who they hang around with, okay? If they hang around bad people, if their surroundings is bad, Red flag number 3 right there. That's a red flag, boo. You need to because I'm telling you, even if they say, oh, I hang around bad people, but I'm not gonna act like them, they're gonna say that to themselves. But one day, I'm telling you, it's gonna catch up to them, and they're gonna end up just, you know, blend up in there. So if you surround yourself with bad energy, bad vibes, or like bad people, bad toxic people, if they smoke or whatever, trust and believe me, that man is gonna start doing it one day as well. So don't, okay? Don't go into that, okay? That's red flag number 3. So, and like where they hang around with, okay? They might be, you know, hang around good people, but where they hang around with, that also matter, because I'm telling you, people and locations matter, okay? If you hang around the club all the time, you're not dancing, you're not doing anything, one day you might be caught up with a girl or something. So, you know, it's where you hang around as well. The other one that I have here is basically, whatchamacallit, how do I say this? Like not knowing whatchamacallit, not knowing like the person's basically what that person shares on social media, what they share like with the outside world, what they let you see. You need to stop that. Say for instance, Instagram, Facebook, blah blah blah. Now Facebook, that one have the oldest memories of a person, okay? Trust me. If you go back to my like, come on, there's some things over there that it's like, you know, my younger days. So you need to stop them. Full on FBI mode. That's what you need to go and see. If you don't do that, that's a red flag there, right there, okay? Because the things they share over there, that could be important to you, okay? Because not saying that a person is who they are in the past, but the past, what they used to do in the past, could affect what they do in the future. Even if they choose to like change their ways, Shaitan comes back, okay? Like he brings it back. So you might not know. You want to prepare yourself for what might come. What's the possibility of something that's coming back, okay? So yeah, go for FBI mode on them. All right, so red flag. The other red flag that I have on here is if you're talking to the man, right? This is all like in a religious aspect. Like if you're religious, or like, you know, even if you're not religious, obviously. Let's just leave it at that. Let's leave the religion out of it for right now. So if you're talking to a guy and he tries to make a move on you, especially before talking to your parents or bringing up that he wants marriage or he wants a relationship with you, bye. If you with him and he trying to lean in to kiss you, or like touching you, or like trying to hold your hand, and ahi, where you going, boo? Keep that hand to yourself, okay? Like that's a red flag right there. That means he only wants like physical things with you. He only wants like, you know, that kind of relationship. Like, don't start a relationship doing it haramly, okay? Start it the right way, okay? And if he want to start it like that, that's not a good way to start. That's not a good foundation. Seems a little bit too rocky for me over here. It's gonna fall, boo boo. Also, like if they bring up if they want to talk to your parents or not, like let's say you say, oh you want to speak to my mom, and they be like no, and that's also a red flag, okay? Or how they talk to your parents, that's also a red flag, okay? How? Because some people don't know how to talk to older people, okay? So they have to have manners. You need to look at that, okay? And the other one that I have is like wanting pictures. That's particularly that I'm saying, like wanting a picture of you, whether it's without your hijab, whether it's with like, you know, whether it's nudes. Let's face it, because people ask for that. Even if you're a hijabi, I don't know why they're so stupid. Like I don't understand, but they ask for those things. Whether it's without your hijab, whether it's like outside of what you show them, if they want more than that, red flag. Okay, that means that person only wants physical things with you, okay? Listen, you gotta pay attention to these things. When you and a guy is talking, you need to take notes, boo. Even if you're not writing them down, you need to like really think. When he say something, listen. Don't listen to just respond to him. Listen and like analyze every single word he's saying. Even the way he say I will analyze. That's how I am, okay? I will analyze every single word that come out of that man's mouth, especially because y'all don't know each other at this point. So, hello. And even if you're in the relationship, you also need to like see the way his tones change and all of that. Okay, you gotta pay attention, analyze things. Okay, that's the other one. The other one is white lies. Like, you know, them little lies that be saying don't matter. Boo, that's how it starts. If they could lie to you about little things like saying, who moved my bag from here? If he say it wasn't him, that's how it starts. Even if it wasn't, well, who ate my thing? Like, it's not a big deal. It seems like it's not a big deal or it's not a big problem. But trust me, that's how things start. Like, little habit, like for you to make a habit, you have to do it continuously, and it becomes a habit. So if you continue lying those little lies, some things that y'all say that don't matter, one day he's gonna lie to you about a big thing and you're gonna, like, you know, be like, what? But he's been like building this up. So white lies, listen to it. If you catch him in a white lie, trust and believe me, he's capable of lying to you about a serious matter and later on in the relationship or after or before, whatever, like, you know, y'all at. The other one is how they react to, like, when they're caught lying, or how they react to, like, when you guys are in an argument where you guys, like, you know, bunk heads or like something like that. How they react to bad situations in general. You need to look at that. If they react to it like negatively all the time, now let's face it, we are human. Sometimes you might react to things like, and then you sit back and you realize, oh, I shouldn't have acted like that. But if it's all the time, continuously, like when something happens, it's all like turn volume like up to 100 every time you have an argument. Like, y'all cannot sit down and have like adult conversations and talk about it and, like, you know, agree to disagree on things. It's always his right, da 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 da. Those type of things you need to focus on, and that is a red flag right there. If he can't communicate things and everything is just like you know, just yelling and stuff like that, that's a red flag. That's not a relationship you're gonna go in. That is going to be toxic at its finest. Okay, let's move on from that one. So how they talk about their family members or how they talk about their friends, everything that matters. Okay, now some things it's like, okay, they can say but they will not say, but like the way they talk about people, the way they talk about their family members, everything, best trust and believe they're gonna be talking about you the same way to another person. Okay, and this goes for friendships as well, not even just relationships. This is how it is. If they talk to you this way, trust and believe me, they're gonna be talking to you, talking to somebody else about you that way. So pay attention to how they talk about other people. Okay, if you don't, then you call with that red flag and you go into that relationship, like, you set yourself up. Okay, so yeah, next one. Now this is like the bling 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 red flag right here. Hold on, let me fix myself first. This is like the bling 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 bling. I should have put this number 2, honestly. After D, this is the one that comes. Okay, money, 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 money. Okay, money is a huge red flag in relationship before and after. If you guys go out to a restaurant, he don't offer to pay, or he's telling you to pay for your portion and all of that, red flag. And if you guys are in a relationship and he expects you to do this and that, da 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 da, or like he always acting broke, or he lied to you about how he earns his money, or like how much he gets, everything like that, red flag, boom. Red flag. That's not somebody you can trust. Okay? Nah, fam, no. No. And also another red flag is if they don't care about how they earn their money. That's also a red flag, because you don't want to feed your kids no haram money. You don't want to feed yourself no haram money. You don't, like, come on. You want some legit money that no popo could pop up at your house one day, be like, where's Mr. So-and-so? We call him selling this and that. Like, you want pure money in your household. And even they forbid this is, and it's sad because some people even that is here, they do that, they get their money illegally or whatever, and they send it to their parents and all of that. Like, do you know how much sin you're getting into? Like, come on. And your parents don't even know what type of money you're feeding them, or your wife don't know what type of money you're feeding them. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. That's a red flag. Okay, pay attention to that. If they don't let you know how they're getting their money, that's a red flag. Boom. And traditions, that's also another red flag. Like, if they put their traditions over religion, like, boom, no. Okay, and if they, like, say for instance in our Fulani community, right? They it's it's it happens so much that it's a tradition now. I would call it a tradition. Like men now wanting to help they wives doing stuff in the house, like saying basically, oh, traditionally, like the woman cooks, like, oh, I'm never gonna cook, you are the one that's supposed to cook, you're the woman. Red flag, boo. He's not gonna be able to help you with anything in the house ever in life. If you guys are in the talking stage and he's telling you, oh yeah, that's a woman thing to do, yeah, the woman is supposed to do this, da 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 da, you better hang up that phone and delete his number right away, okay? That man is gonna watch you suffer and he ain't gonna do ish, because it's a tradition and it's instilled in him, and he's not gonna want to change ever. He's gonna be like that throughout your relationship. You're gonna be miserable because there's things in the house you need help with. There's no things that is written here, a man's supposed to do this, a woman is supposed to do that. We brought it up like that. And it's time to break those traditions, okay? And if he's not willing to do that either, bye. Period. And what's the other one? His mentality, okay? Now this is a serious one, because it goes back to the tradition one. Because if his mentality is like so back then, like 1980s vibes, like y'all not gonna work out, and you have the mentality of like right now it's not gonna work out, because everything you say A, he say B, you say C, he say D. Y'all not gonna agree on anything, okay? Because his mentality is at a different thing than yours. And I'm not saying that you guys are always going to have like the same like ideas and beliefs, tradition, like obviously not, but it's like comes to compromise, like what he's willing to compromise and all of that. So that all matters on where his mentality is at, okay? So yeah, another one is I'm gonna go back to the past. Like this is also a red flag, like the past. If their past is something that you cannot deal with, do not, I repeat, do not get into that relationship. If that person shares with you, now in religion they said that if you do like a sin or something like that, you're not obligated to share with the spouse or anything. You should keep that just between you and Allah. But if that person chooses to tell you, let's say they had a relationship before you and they had like fornication or like, you know, or something like that. So, and that's something that you cannot handle. That's something that you cannot, like, you know, look past. Like every time you see him, you're gonna be thinking about that, or you're gonna be like despising him because of it, like it affecting your life, the way you live in. Boom. If you know that's gonna be you, do not go into that relationship. Just tell the person, okay, thank you so much for trusting me and telling me this, da 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 da. But this is something that I cannot. This is not something that I want for myself, and I cannot go in this relationship. Just tell them right then and there. Do not go into that relationship, because you're gonna be making that other person's life hell for no reason. Because it's not his fault. He told you. He told you so that you could trust him, so that he's not hiding anything from you. So it's not his fault if you choose to go into that relationship, because he already came open book. So, and you lying to him, telling him, okay, it's fine, I could deal with it, it's fine, that's whatever. But you know damn well you can't be fine with that. So you gotta know what you can deal with about their past if they tell you, and what you cannot deal with. And I'm telling you again, if you cannot deal with it, do not go into a relationship. Okay? I know myself, I can't deal with that. So hell no. That you say that one time, we're done. We're not going to no next step. Nah, we're not doing that. No. Now, if you are in the relationship already and the person comes open about that, what happens in their past, then I don't know, just try to work it out if you can. But if you know for sure it's gonna affect the way, like, affect Dean as well, because that can affect you. Like, so you could be disrespectful to your husband, and that's like haram. Like, I mean, not haram, but like you could get sins for being there, because you're supposed to respect your husband and all of that. So if it affects all of those things, then I would suggest you get a divorce, honestly, because it's no point to live in like hell, you know, honestly. You're supposed to, when you live with somebody, when you're somebody's wife, you're supposed to help each other build, you know, like go up, not like despise each other every single day and not want to see each other or something like that. So yeah, you gotta go, boo. So the last one is it goes back to the religious one as well. So if you're talking to somebody, right, let's say it's a whole sheikh, okay, and he wants to force you to wear it. He'll be like, okay, when we get married, you're gonna wear the hijab, you're gonna do jilbab, you're gonna go to hajj, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. Basically, he's forcing religion upon you, okay. And let's say you're a Christian and you're talking to a Muslim guy, and he's like, oh, you gotta convert, like right away, you gotta convert. You do not go into that relationship, boo, because everything you do in your life from then on, after that relationship happens, he's going to be forcing you to do everything, and he's going to be controlling you. You do not want to be in a relationship where you're controlled, okay? You want to be free. Especially us, the girls from the Fulani community, like when we leave our parents' house, that's like our freedom, like that. So imagine leaving that thinking you're going to be free only for you to go somewhere that's worse than home. Like somebody like controlling you and like telling you what to do all the time, like they're your father or something. Like, nah, boo, you signed up to be my husband. I'm not father, not the Lord or anything. So the best thing like you could do religious wise when you marry somebody, you want them to change, advise them, encourage them to do it, like in a nice way. Don't force anything upon somebody, because if you force them, even if they do it, they're not gonna last because they didn't want to do it in the first place, okay? Like if you watch my hijab story video, I talked about like the way my dad suggested for me to wear the hijab. So if you want somebody to do something, just suggest, don't force, okay? And pray for them to make dua, because only Allah can change how somebody thinks or what's in their heart. If they don't want to change, they're not going to change. So just pray for them that Allah guides them. Do not force them, okay? And if you're going in a relationship with somebody force you, what are you doing? What are you doing? And you know that he's gonna be forced. Like there's little signs that he's gonna be doing that shows you that. So if Allah sends you these little signs, these red flags that you see right here, these are signs that Allah is showing you in the beginning or inside of the marriage. Allah is showing you all these things so you can see for yourself. So stop taking them for a joke. Take them seriously and act upon them. They're not just there just to be there. You're seeing them for a reason. Allah wanted you to see that about that person. So if it's something that is so horrible, like because these things that I mentioned here, so guys, I don't know where the camera cut off at, so I'm just gonna end this video before it gets way too long. So these red flags that I mentioned here, it goes both ways for men and women. You could see these things that I mentioned here in a woman or a man. So don't just look at it like, you know, one sideways. So whether you go into the relationship or whether you're in the relationship already and you need to leave it, this is the red flag you should be looking for. And you never know what they're really showing you, so don't just look at appearances or how the person acts around you when you're in the talking stage, because it's just a matter of what they show you. So really pay attention to what they say to you and pray to Allah that He guides you and He helps you find a right person to marry. Now, if you guys have any more questions, please leave them down in the comments below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Deuces. Thank you for watching.
Bii, I'm crying in the dark. These tears are from my heart. I'm trying, but it's hard. Feeling so distant from you sometimes. Ya Rab, bless me